Hey gang, it's your host Manlydawg here, and today I want to talk about something really simple, so really quick, nothing too long over here, and how I think the Dune Awakening newest update to the Deep Desert, which is the in-game activity within Dune Awakening, is a step in the wrong direction. So, what is this update? What's changing? Let's talk about it. Let's get through it real quick. We're just going to give a quick overview. Basically, at the end game of Dune Awakening, if you don't know, there's an area called the Deep Desert. There's a forgiveness area that's made up of Sector A, I believe of A and B. I haven't actually PvP'd that much. I'm more of a PvEer, and I'm coming to you saying that I think what is happening is wrong. So, all right. The first two areas, there's kind of a forgiveness, a PvE area within the Deep Desert that lets the players who are solo kind of get into, a lot of the content, sort of engage in a lot of the in-game content, but not necessarily get all the mats needed for tier 6. Everyone's complaining about that. Oh my god, I'm a solo. I can't go out and go farm because there's guilds in this game and they will kill me. This is how it's always been in survival sandbox games. V-Rising, Rust, DayZ. Like, this is how it is. It's completely normal. And what you're meant to do is politic a little bit. Hey, sorry, you're a solo player? I got bad news for you. You have to engage. You have to talk to people. You have to say, hey, I'm a solo. Is there a guild or an alliance I can join that helps me out to get these in-game mats? But no, not in Dune Awakening in-game. No. In Dune Awakening in-game, all you have to do is complain on Reddit and Discord and Twitter a lot, saying, my PvE game is ruined. I had an entire 100 hours of Haga Basin to PvE, and now because I can't get the in-game materials that are only needed to PvP, I'm going to complain. And I'm going to complain a lot. So much so that they decide to update the game. Let's talk about it. So, in the new area of the Deep Desert, this will encompass all of the southern half of the Deep Desert. So half of the Deep Desert is PvE now. A PvP in-game activity. What's the point? What's the point of even doing PvP? We should just extend it all the way to the end. Also, this is to retain, they've increased density in certain areas of the PvP. The higher up you go. That's a good idea. But what we really need, and they've also slowed down scout ornithopters with rocket pods. So, if you're going out in the Deep Desert as a solo with an inventory, you don't have to worry about large groups. You don't have to politic. You don't have to socialize or engage in the PvP. You just have to run. You just got to run to Sector E of this grid on the map that says, hey, look, I don't want a PvP. The idea of Dune Awakening is you PvE to get to the PvP. That is the in-game activity. It's so simple. There's no raid content right now. If there was, cool, put raid content in the PvE area or a unique area in the Deep Desert. Queue up with a party. Oh, but wait, I can't do it solo. You'd still have people complaining, bro. You'd still have people complaining. What, as a PvE player, are you gonna do with tier 6 loot? What are you gonna do? Please enlighten me. I wanna know. As a PvE player, once you build your base and once you get tier 6, is that when you're like, hey, now I want a PvP? No, the idea is everyone's trying to stop each other from powering up. Everyone's trying. What's the word in the lore of Dune? Control the spice, you control Arrakis. You can't control it when you can't engage and fight each other, or just make specifically PvE servers to cater to these people. That's all you gotta do. It's so simple. But of course, for some reason they make this overcorrection. What you could have done is just increase the density in the A and B sectors of the PvE area, and increase the density and the resources in that area for those PvE players. You still would have had some complaining from the PvP people, but not as much. Mind you, I just want to preface this that I I've had maybe 5 PvP interactions within this game in the span since it's been out. I've still been just grinding, doing my own thing. So all that to say, like, it's just, I don't think it's, your PvE players are going to hit that tier 6 and they're going to hit those in-game resources and they're going to clock out. They're going to be done. This is why games like Rust, like, think about games like Rust. This is why those games survive, because they have that engaging content to keep you going. The idea is you PvP for the lands are rad, and you that's like the repeatable thing until a big update comes out. And you can still do that. And the idea, and so part of the argument is that, oh, well, we're going to get ganked. We're not able to get these resources anyways. Then socialize in the MMO game. What does MMO stand for? Massively multiplayer online, not massively solo player online. It's just, come on, man. Okay, what's the other argument? Well, I don't know. I just really wanted to make this video really quick because it's really frustrating to me that I think they're catering. I've seen games like V Rising who cater more to that PvE content, and those games die hard. It's just such an insane overcorrection, and everyone's arguing that the other argument is that it's gonna increase PvP in the latter half of the deep desert because it's a smaller area. And that makes sense, but the deep desert is so wide in scope that you can have a spice field over there and a spice field over there and never see any PvP. Never. And it doesn't help that you can engage in PvP and someone will run into the PvE area or already pack their copter and it's over, or that they can just go into their base and hide in their base. It's like, that makes sense. I'm not arguing that. It's just frustrating. I really want to see this game succeed. I'd love to know what your thoughts. I'm sure everyone's going to be arguing in the comments that no, I want all my PvE content, and that's just going to be the way here. But think critically about scope. I need you to do that. Think about how other live service games succeed. Please do that. Please think how other live service sandbox MMOs succeed. Dune Awakening is very unique. This is a unique problem. This is a very unique game that I'd say is the first to do the survival sandbox MMO correctly. But just, how do we retain that consistent engagement? PvP in-game content until raid content comes by, or make those lower areas higher, more density for PvE players. Reward the cowards. Okay? Or just make PvE servers. Anyways, I'm gonna get off. I could just yap all day about this. Peace.